So El Centro, California.
I'm Amber Theo Harris with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Very late news out of Las Vegas last night. The Raiders have fired head coach Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler. Owner Mark Davis releasing a statement saying, after much thought about what the Raiders need to move forward, I have decided to part ways with Josh and Dave. The Raiders were 9-16 since McDaniels became head coach prior to last season. More details on NFL Network throughout the day. The NFL trade deadline was yesterday, and the Commanders traded away 2 edge rushers. Chase Young was shipped to the 49ers in exchange for a 2024 third-round pick, and Montez Sweat went to the Bears for a second-round draft pick. After losing Kirk Cousins for the remainder of the season to injury, the Vikings acquired Josh Dobbs and a 2024 seventh-round pick from the Cardinals for a 2024 sixth-rounder. And the Bills upgraded their secondary by landing cornerback Russell Douglas from the Packers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now.
If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or
you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
It is a Wednesday, November 1st, 2023, All Saints Day, if you're keeping score. And yesterday, of course, Halloween. And, the first day of November, if I check the calendar. And, Gene, we are using the Gregorian calendar today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
I totally agree.
And
Gregorian it is.
Yes. Are you familiar with Gregorian chants?
You know, I was at one time, but I forgot them.
Okay. Anyway, we...
Can you give us a sample?
No, I don't sing in public.
Don't sing. No public performance.
Nope. The shower is about it.
It's about as public as it gets.
You got it. And, there's a good reason why I don't sing in public. Well, how was your Halloween evening? Did you have any trick-or-treaters?
Yes. I actually went to my daughter's house and watched a lot of kids, big smiles on the faces, and well-mannered. Boy, last night was an example of young people that say those magical words like thank you, please, have a great evening.
It's remarkable. I was going to comment on exactly that thing. We had probably 5 or 6 groups of trick-or-treaters, and Pam handles that for the most part. And she commented, and I overheard, the kids were remarkably courteous.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
That's a really good thing, and good that you share this morning that was a ditto in your neighborhood last night. So
yeah,
job well done.
So the parents are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing fine. Forrest ate a little bit too much candy.
Oh well,
but he'll survive.
Okay. Well, let's see. And the average American spent about $75 on a Halloween costume this year.
Mm-hmm. How much on candy? About $200.
Yeah, it's an expensive holiday, and we've got a lot of candy left over. And another remarkable thing, I don't know if you are familiar with the teal pumpkin. Okay.
No. I'm not.
We became familiar. My granddaughter, Emily Ann, has some very severe food allergies. And the teal pumpkin, if displayed, means we've got something for those with a food allergy, like little toys.
Little toys, you said?
Yeah, little toys. Pam had a basket of candy and a basket of little, little toys, like a glow-in-the-dark bracelet and little spider necklace,
Yeah.
little cheap little toys.
So I couldn't get inside one.
No. But she would ask the kids, okay, which do you want, candy? And 90% of them took the little toys.
And didn't take any candy?
No. And Pam offered, well, go ahead, you can have some candy too, because we're going to have a lot left over and we don't want it.
Must have been the local dentist kids.
I think so. Okay, are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, let's go.
Actor Robert Foxworth, 82. Kinky Friedman is 79. He is a hoot. He's a country singer and has run for the governor of Texas several times. Actor Jeannie Berlin, 74. Actor Belita Moreno, 74. Actor Helene Udy is 62. Singer Anthony Kiedis of Red Hot Chili Peppers, 61. Rick Allen of Def Leppard, 60. What? Actor Toni Collette is 51. Actor Jenny McCarthy, 51. Actor Dave Berman, 50. Other birthdays, actor Matt Jones, 42. Actor Natalia Tena is 39. Actor Penn Badgley, 37. Actor Max Burkholder is 26. Local birthdays, got a bunch again. We have happy birthday wishes today for Ruby Alvarez, Angelica Ornelas, Ernie McCormick Jr., Tony Castaneda, Roxanne Obesa Yates, Robert Valenzuela, Paloma Sanchez, Mario Castaneda, Judy Garcia, Henry Gonzalez, Fred Fankhauser, Elizabeth Escalante, Elisa Damara, Roberto Hernandez, Iris Munoz, Alicia Alvarez, Ivan Campillo, Andrew Rivera, Minnie Torres, Liz Aguilar, Emmeline Supnet, Molly Turner, Donald Weber, Claudia Gutierrez, Guy Rivas, Ann Mahler, Calvin Kaler, Ernest Davenport, Denise Red, Cynthia Retana, Abraham Ramos, and Vivian Flores. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, another big long list. In the news from the NFL and the entertainment world, Travis Kelce reportedly just bought a $6 million mansion. Now, it comes with 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a special room to cry in after Taylor Swift breaks up with him. Okay. So are you ready for the news?
Well, I think I better get ready.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to stop the news.
No, it's relentless. World and California news headlines right now brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Injured Palestinians and foreigners are finally making their way from Gaza into Egypt. Diplomatic sources tell CBS News an agreement was mediated by the U.S. and Qatar. CBS's Robert Berger.
We know that foreign passport holders are crossing the border. Officials say it will be about 400 or 500 who are allowed to cross today.
Today, Donald Trump Jr. will become the first of the former president's 3 eldest children to testify at their father's civil fraud trial. Compliance attorney Seth Berensweig.
What the prosecution will show, I believe, is that he was very key. He was involved. He's an owner. He's a senior officer.
Many analysts believe the Fed will not raise interest rates again when it wraps up a policy meeting later today. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
The Fed will likely be encouraged by the fact that inflation has drifted lower and core prices have also been coming down.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news, 10% containment reported on the Highland fire burning in the Riverside County community of Aguanga, but some evacuation orders remain in place.
Our goal today is to use our full aircraft that we have coming, as well as hundreds of firefighters on the ground. We do have adequate resources with engines and hand crews that are here and that are still coming.
Maggie Klein de la Rosa with CAL FIRE. The blaze growing to around 2,500 acres with several structures destroyed. Authorities releasing more details about a triple stabbing in Amador County. Lori Louise Owens killed, 2 others hospitalized.
We have recovered a knife at the scene. All 3 victims had multiple stab wounds.
Ione Police Chief John Alford saying the suspect, Joseph Jenkins, is homeless and had been released from a psychiatric hospital in July. Police have responded to 2 incidents he was involved in since then, but he was not detained. Actors Union set to meet with major Hollywood studios again after a long day of what they called productive talks. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, children are the future. Here, tobacco companies are committed to higher education, offering scholarships to students who submit essays about the benefits of vaping. The tobacco industry even sponsors summer camps for kids. Don't worry, the tobacco-sponsored programs have been linked to leaving your kids more interested in smoking. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the world's deadliest industry is your child's friend.
See reality at undo.org.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a clinically accurate, fast, and non-invasive thermometer. The Exergen thermometer is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure accurately with Exergen thermometers. Available at Walgreens and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Well, we start this morning's coverage of the local news with an update from the Highland Fire last evening.
According to CAL FIRE, the Highland Fire in southern Riverside County has burned nearly 2,500 acres and destroyed 3 structures, damaged 6 other structures. Wildfire is south of Highway 79, just north of the San Diego County line. Evacuation orders have been issued for several areas, and a care center has been established at Great Oaks High School in Temecula. 1 firefighter has been injured. There are 130 fire engines, 13 water tenders, 10 helicopters, and other equipment involved, as well as over 1,100 total personnel. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
A woman was injured when she was hit by a car Tuesday morning. The accident occurred at about 6:25 a.m. in the 200 block of North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. According to initial information from the accident scene, the woman suffered major lacerations to her head. She was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment. Investigators are reviewing video surveillance from several nearby businesses. No other information has been released at this time. Coming up to 7:43 a.m.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
In other local news, the CUHSD trustee inducted into the Hall of Fame. George Gale explains.
Newgime, who currently serves on the Central Union High School District Board of Trustees, started her teaching and coaching career in Yuma in 1982 and relocated to the Imperial Valley in 1988. From 1988 to 2003, she coached volleyball, soccer, and softball at Central Union High School. She finished her high school career serving as athletic director at Central. Newgime currently serves on the CIF State Executive Committee. Additionally, Newgime had previously been inducted into the Ecopa High Athletic Hall of Fame and received a CIF Distinguished Service Award in both 2009 and 2020. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Gene, I should mention Sandy Newsheim, just a delight to work with. Umpired many of her softball games when she was coaching, and All-American softball player in high school.
Yeah, that's what I understand. Yeah. And really, as you said, a really great person to work with.
Yes. Anyway, congratulations, Sandy. We actually broke that news Friday night. During the bell game. All
right. Yep. Well, that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us, though, for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you're like most people, you've had your fair share of financial questions. Questions like, can I afford my son's travel hockey team? What if my daughter doesn't get that soccer scholarship? Will I be able to enjoy golf in retirement? At Empower, we know these questions can be stressful. We're here to help answer your what-ifs and empower what's next. Join 18 million Americans and take control of your financial future. Start today at empower.com. Sponsored by Empower Personal Wealth.
Page 2 of the Local News and Weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. And don't forget happy hour 3 till 6 daily.
Continuing with more local news this morning, a cattle call horse ride is coming up. Yeah, that's a good imitation. All right. That's Carroll. Carroll, you were privy to this story. Is there anything are they going to do with the DUI that they're talking about? Are they check on the horses or what?
I have read of DUIs on a horse, on a riding lawnmower, on a scooter. Who knows?
Hey, well, that's interesting. I had not heard that. Cattle Call Horse Ride, though, is coming up on Thursday. Here's more on that story.
It is the kickoff horse ride. It is this Thursday, tomorrow. Participating this year will be Brawley Police Chief Jimmy Duran, City of Brawley Mayor George Nava, U.S. Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino, and other staff. That will run from 4:30 p.m. through 6:30 p.m. The route will be posted on the City of Brawley social media. It'll be a meet and greet. Brawley Police say they will set up a DUI checkpoint following that ride. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The city of El Centro continues to shine the spotlight on first responders by unveiling its First Responders Wall on Saturday, October the 28th. which just passed. That's 11 honorees. First Responders Park is near the fire station, number 3 in El Centro, with almost all of the honorees in attendance, along with their proud families and friends. The walls showcased 11 plaques that were forever honoring first responders for their service and dedication. Well, the annual Halftime Festival is coming up. George Gale filed this story.
It will be held Thursday at Cal Jones Field in El Centro. Festival starts at 6 p.m. This year, it will feature high school bands from Hopeville, Southwest, Imperial, and Central. Tickets are $8 and can be purchased from a band member, or they can be purchased at the door. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And a State of the City of El Centro is coming up. It's scheduled for November the 9th. El Centro Mayor Martha Cardenas Singh will deliver the address. It will be delivered at the new El Centro City Library beginning at 6 p.m. The Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce President, Cher Cowie, will provide the State of the Chamber address as well. The event will showcase the City of El Centro's innovation and emphasize its focus on community investments, safety, quality of life, amenities, and economic development. The event will also be live streamed on the city's Facebook page. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has a happy hour every single day from 3 to 6 with specials on fried machaca burrito bites, RV nachos, mini tostadas, and more. Plus $2 off tall beers and shot and drink specials. Ready for a fast and inexpensive lunch? Get one of our weekday lunch specials that include a soft drink for only $8 to $10. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says high pressure will predominate across the desert Southwest through at least the coming weekend, resulting in a gradual warming trend and a return to slightly above normal temperatures by Friday. Dry conditions are favored to persist through at least early next week. High in the valley yesterday, 81 degrees, 48 the overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 81. West wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 53. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming east-southeast. And tomorrow, sunny with a high near 84. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south. 51 degrees, 29% relative humidity, wind out of the west 5 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. What a great place. And Donna and Pat at the Peanut Patch celebrating their 26th anniversary. A special celebration scheduled for November 18th. There'll be vendors, lots of samples for everyone. There'll be tamales. The Peanut Patch. You'll find them in Yuma. Easy to get to. Just Google the Peanut Patch and go by. You'll love the Peanut Patch. Open Monday through Saturdays, 9 till 5 Yuma time. And you'll find homemade chocolates. You'll find fresh English toffee, pecan turtles that are to die for. You'll find so many great items at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. And remember, the Peanut Patch ships all over the world. The Peanut Patch in Yuma, a great place to spend a day. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Rangers ripped the Diamondbacks again. 11-7 is where it ended. Rangers and the Diamondbacks will play today. And, Texas with a 3-1 advantage in the series. And in news out of Las Vegas, the Raiders fired coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler, according to the team. The Raiders named linebackers coach Antonio Pierce as their interim head coach. The team also said that current assistant general manager Champ Kelly will serve as interim GM. In announcing these promotions, the organization said it is committed to undergoing a comprehensive search for a head coach and general manager once the season is complete.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
NBA action. The Knicks beat the Cavaliers 109-91. Spurs edged the Suns 115-114, and the Clippers beat up on the Magic 118-102. Speaking of Clippers, James Harden arrived in L.A. and welcomed into the Clippers locker room. The Clippers and the Philadelphia 76ers recently completed the trade that sent Harden to L.A. Let's see how long everybody is smiling and getting along. And Ohio State took the number one spot in the first college football playoff rankings released last night, while two-time defending national champ Georgia is right behind at number 2. Number 3 is Michigan. Number 4, Florida State. Number 5, Washington. Number 6, Oregon, followed by Texas, Alabama, and Oklahoma. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. Markets right now are showing green, but for the most part, investors are awaiting the latest Federal Reserve decision on rates. The two-day monetary policy meeting will end today, and an announcement expected this afternoon. The central bank is expected to pause its rate hiking campaign for the second time in a row as the economy continues to absorb the effects of higher borrowing costs. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is set to hold a press conference at 2:30 Eastern Time to discuss the central bank's decision and outlook for the economy. Well, Toyota says our profits are going to jump. That, according to the Japanese car maker, the forecast helped by a weak yen and strong sales. Toyota raised its full-year forecast by 50%. The world's top-selling automaker said operating profit for the 3 months to the end of September rose 155.6% from a year earlier. The Japanese automaker said it sold more cars in all global regions, including the U.S., Asia, and its home market over the 6 months to end September compared to the same period a year earlier. Toyota lifted its full-year profit forecast to 4.5 trillion yen, up from 3 trillion yen, largely due to favorable effects from foreign exchange rates. It expects the weaker yen to account for 1.18 trillion yen of the revision to the full-year profit. So, on the big board, still green. The Dow up 187 points at 33,239. The S&P 500 up 29 at 4222. The NASDAQ up 106 points at 12,955. And right now, gold up $3.70 an ounce. Oil up $1.66 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 81, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming north. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 53, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast. Thursday, sunny with a high near 84, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south. And right now, downtown El Centro, 52 degrees, 29% relative humidity, the wind out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Check out our website, kxoradio.com. Follow us on Facebook. And don't forget, we've got a YouTube channel. Our morning news, 7:30 till 8, available on our YouTube channel. Yeah, let your friends and family out of the valley know about that.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. Donald Trump Jr. is due on the stand today at the civil fraud trial in New York. Prosecutors allege the Trump Organization inflated the value of assets to get loans and tax breaks. Attorney Seth Berensweig keeping tabs on the case.
What the prosecution will show, I believe, is that he was very key. He was involved. He's an owner. He's a senior officer, as he admitted in his deposition.
The former president is due to testify next week. He's denied any wrongdoing. Overseas, the push to get out of war-torn Gaza is underway. CBS's Robert Berger is in Jerusalem.
The crossing is open. We know that foreign passport holders are crossing the border. Officials say it will be about 400 or 500 who are allowed to cross today. There are also ambulances carrying extremely ill Palestinians. There will be about 90 of those crossing the border from Gaza into Egypt today.
Hamas claims more residential areas near a bombed-out refugee camp were hit today by an Israeli strike. Jordan, a key U.S. ally, has recalled its ambassador from Israel. Dramatic rescue going on after a building collapse at a plant that was being demolished at an abandoned mine in eastern Kentucky. 2 men were trapped. Governor Andy Beshear says at least one has died. It's not known how badly the other is hurt. Sheriff John Kirk.
You kind of feel helpless that you can't do more and you can't do it faster, but this is not a fast process. It's a very slow process.
CBS's Michael George on a new report that health experts say is troubling and worth further analysis.
New data from the National Center for Health Statistics show the infant mortality rate in the U.S. rose 3% from 2021 to 2022. It's the first year-to-year increase in 20 years. Among the observed increases, infants born preterm sperm, male infants, infants born to American Indian, Alaska Native, and white women, as well as infants born to women aged 25 to 29.
Well, CBS's Vicki Barker has the latest cell phone health reports.
A Swiss study's found men who use their cell phones more than 20 times a day have an average sperm count a fifth lower than men who use their phones just once a week or less. Now, it could be that other lifestyle factors than cell phone use are behind the pattern, but the researchers say the effect was strongest in men using the older 2G and 3G phones.
Published on the Nobel website today, a letter from jailed Peace Prize winner Narges Mohammadi. The message smuggled out of the activist's cell in Tehran says, quote, "Victory is not easy, but it is certain." Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 195 points, and the S&P is up 30. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids gummies help relieve occasional stomach upsets, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids gummies. Fast support for little tummies.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, you. The one on the couch who just told your friend you can't go out because you're busy? Ready to get real about your psoriasis? When your current treatments don't do enough to help control the inflammation beneath the skin, causing plaques and pain, stressing and scratching, it's time to stop hiding and get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Teacher strike in Portland, Oregon.
Teachers' top demands remain higher pay, smaller class sizes, and more prep time. The district says it feels the teachers' union isn't compromising enough to meet district budget constraints. Oregon's Governor Tina Kotek says she wants the district to figure this one out.
I expect them to prioritize in the classroom experience to get the results for our kids, because we will always have a funding challenge. That is not unusual.
This is the first teacher strike in the history of Portland Public Schools, which is now leaving 45,000 students at home. John Eric Smith for CBS News, Portland, Oregon.
Faculty at all 23 campuses of the California State University system have voted to authorize a strike, demanding a new contract with higher salaries, lower class sizes, and more manageable workloads. A strike is not a sure thing. The union's demands will be presented to the university's chancellor at a board of trustees meeting next week. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Who are you?
I have told you. Carroll Buckley.
We'll be asking the question.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.